All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Atlanta Falcons. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Second and 5 now. Ryan, open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be second and 12. Now it's Ryan. Got his man, that's the Pro Bowler Julio Jones. Touchdown, Falcons! Julio Jones, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. On first and 10, Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Takk McKinley made his way into the backfield.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after it.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual-type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
It's a 6-yard loss on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Mike, 45. Hey, 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 hey,
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Now, this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Rush in, 20.
Throwing again, Newton. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And all the way down to the 39. It's a big one there for the Vikings. 41 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. 20, 10, touchdown, Vikings. Tevin Coleman, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked so well.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Ryan. And he comes back with one complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a 1st down. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point that continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent.
Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Picked off inside the 10. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Here you go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. 8. I got 83. We got this, folks.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. Going for the deep ball. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And this ball's going to be touched down just shy of midfield.
Let's go.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Show it up.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
All tied up, 6-6, our score after 1.
59,
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. Sliding out of the pocket. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Off the edge, it's Tyrone Crawford with a sack. And a play like that, with how far he had to go to make that sack, shows how athletic defensive ends have become in the NFL.
And not just athletic. This is coached in a big way. Run to the football at all times. How about him never giving up on it and pursuing all the way across the field?
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Ryan. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun. And Calvin Ridley. A nice pickup there, 18 yards, 1st down Falcons. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Here's Ryan to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The defense. End, Daniil Hunter drops him. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Now Ryan. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Here's Ryan. There goes a deep ball in zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They begin the drive with Coleman. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Great. Off. Right here.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. Now he's flushed it, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Grady Jarrett able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
After the interception, here's Ryan. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Todd Gurley, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. A touchdown would tie it. They trail 13-6 as they come up with a 1st and 10. Coleman. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now a throw left sideline here is complete, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a 1st down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
Switch. Under 10, 10. Great. 23 in the mic,
Now a play fake, and it's Newton. Eluding the pressure. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun, here's Newton. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the 2nd half, so this is a golden opportunity.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the 1st half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. The shotgun snap for Newton. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Grant. A very solid gain of 27. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
Trying to lay one up deep. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Jakeem Grant, his first touchdown of the new season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. This time, the extra point up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. All square now at 13 all as he sends this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And we're under a minute to go here. What's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, just string them together. Could get in the field goal range. Let's see what happens.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now Ryan. To the right side and complete to Hurst. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Ryan now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however, and let's see what that's about. Trying to disrupt Julio Jones there, the intended target. A little too close, got the flag thrown.
I'm not sure anyone can cover Julio Jones one-on-one for very long without getting their share of pass interference calls. His size, his speed, his physicality makes it almost impossible to do.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal. To throw is Ryan. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we come upon halftime with a tie score, 13-all, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. They will run again with Coleman. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Check 26, check 26. Shoot! Watch the shoot!
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Yeah, he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
And it's 3rd down.
Let's go, check 3, check 3, check 3.
Trying to run for it with Pollard. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, this game's ripe for the taking, and that run, I think it means he wants to take it.
Not only does he want to take it, he doesn't care what they're going to do on the defensive side of the ball. You can be prepared for him. He's coming at you anyway.
Newton. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 1-yard touchdown reception as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Ryan. Complete to Jones. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here. Over 20 yards. Ryan now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here. Here's Ryan. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. To throw again on 2nd down. Newton, he's going to launch this thing. Wait, and look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Keanu Neal.
I know some teams are leery about playing cover 2 because the strong safety's not usually a terrific cover guy. But in this case, he played it perfectly. Read the football and went and made the interception.
Gurley on first down with no blocking help there as he won't even make it back to the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 1. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter, his 2nd sack of the night.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Third and long, it's Ryan. That's caught by Treadwell. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. How about 25 yards on third down? They'll take it. Ryan now right at the 300-yard mark with still a quarter plus to go. It's 1st and 10. Ryan. The connection made. It's Graham. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Now Gurley. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. And now here is another interception. Picked off with great anticipation. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
They don't want it, fellas. They don't want it. Keep playing hard, fellas, all day. Woo! Let's get it.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Throwing is Newton. The kidder here, it's complete. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. 93 yards. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Well, they were back in the shadows of their own goalpost, and that flipped quickly.
So much for playing it safe. I mean, a conservative, easy call, run the football, take care of it, create some space, punt the ball away. But no, let's throw it. And sometimes a defense's aggressiveness is used against them because when you've got people backed up, your natural inclination is to try and really force them back, and sometimes they get burned that way.
And they got burned there. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Ryan airing it out, looking for Ridley. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, Is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense as the scouting report?
And now look at him go. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. 4 touchdown passes now for Cam Newton. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And I think it's safe to say we won't call many touchdown passes longer than that this year, partner.
No, I would agree with that totally. And right now, you're looking at an offensive coordinator. Conservative would not go next to his name. Risk taker, definitely, because he valued the opportunity to create a big play against what could have been disaster if they end up getting sacked or fumbling the ball in the shadow of their own goal line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 43. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 43. Now it's Ryan. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Josh Jones. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman, and he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Right back to Coleman here on 1st down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. On 2nd down now, it's Coleman. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Let's go. Check 52.
On the jet sweep, here comes more. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
So they are going to call on Dan Bailey here. His career long is 56 yards done in Seattle. This to make it a 3-score game late. So in this Minnesota victory.